Hello guys, welcome back to the Auto Intuitive, and today I'm on top of a parking garage with a bit of a view, and here we have the new 2025 Mini Cooper S. So this is the all new Mini Cooper S. It's very subtle. I mean, Minis they're meant to look like each other, the two doors, until you have them both next to each other is when you could tell that this one's slightly bigger than the previous one. So as you can see here, this already has two LED lights right there, so that's a great way to tell. And I do have adaptive cruise. Sorry, the car is running. So there's a little square in there that shows you that this car has adaptive cruise. And these big side mirrors, these side mirrors are gigantic. I believe they're the same color as the side mirrors that are on the Countryman. This has the 17-inch wheels. Those are nice. This is a demo car, so this car is the first one I have ever seen, the new 2025 Mini. And you can see here in the back how new it looks, especially the taillights. I like it quite myself. I think it's more bold in appearance. The badge there in Cooper S, the Cooper is written in satin, and the badge is also in satin. And it's a real badge. It's got like a 3D, yeah, you could see it there. I love how that looks. Doesn't look like a sticker. And these lights, I hear you could choose the pattern as you start it, what pattern they greet you in as they warm up. There's their new, I like these new reflectors down here. Those are nice, and you can see your sensors on the back. This car, as you walk up to it, will unlock itself. And as you walk away, it locks itself. And it does have blind spot detection, which is awesome. Finally, and remote engine start. And it does park itself. It has park distance control with assist. And yeah, I think it's amazing. So this still has a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it has 201 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque, which on a Countryman with a similar engine, the Countryman has 241 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. So I was wondering, why didn't they put that engine in this car? It would have been a hoot. But they are, because the JCW of this car, I believe, will have around 250 horsepower and probably around 300 pound-feet, with, of course, you know, a smart limited front differential, bigger brakes, and a more sturdy suspension. This car is so much quieter than the previous one, and also it rides so much softer. The first thing you notice is how quiet it is. You could drive this now across country, and the seats are extra comfortable. So the car is slightly bigger than the previous. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in it, and I will do a comparison with an older car. I will have an older car next to it, and yeah, this makes me want a Mini in a way. So there we are. There's our blind spot detection triangle. You can see it there in the side mirror. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Oh, it also does have, of course, keyless entry. There's no more button, so you have these lines. There are these engravings in here, 2 of them. Oh, another thing, you also have the key card for this car, which also means, I believe, that you have the digital key for your phone, which your phone could be a key. Look up here. Oh, someone took the antenna off. I thought the antenna was a shark fin, but no, it still has the antenna, I remember. All right, we're gonna jump in. Look how clean it is. As I jump in on this side, there are no buttons. It's one of the first cars I've seen where this side of the car has absolutely no buttons. And you can see here on the door, while we're still in the sun, the design of the door, and the door handles are in satin. And these also, of course, light up with the ambient lighting, the pattern here on the door. And you can see here, this is some kind of recycled material. And then you have the plastic here, a hard plastic recycled material. This car should be recycled quite a bit, which I'll go into detail later. See if I could zoom out here. My seats are manual, but I'm sure I could get, we could get automatic seats in this car. Go ahead and close the door. Our AC is going because it is 90 degrees outside. It's about 85. Here we have a new steering wheel. Look at this nice stitching. And you have a really heavy grooving. This steering wheel represents a BMW M car in my mind. If I close my eyes and I'm driving this car, it's got a thick steering wheel like an M car. Some people don't like that. And you can see we have our cruise control here on the left. And the buttons represent a BMW iX, where you have this I/O that turns on your cruise control, and you have mode, which changes you from assisted driving. Of course, you have set, which sets you on every single street speed limit sign. Now in front of us, you could see there's a projector, and we have our heads-up display there. And there's no gauges in front of us directly in here. It's all nice and clean with a dash. So if there was no package for the heads-up display, this would be the only display, the center display, which is the iDrive 9, just like the BMW X1. Yeah. And speaking about the iDrive 9, I have nothing against the iDrive 9, but if you've driven the BMWs, especially the more technically advanced ones, you notice how much faster a computer moves than the iDrive 9. The BMWs are an 8.5 and 8 and 7 as the oldest, but 8.5 is still faster than 9 in my mind. Down here you have buttons. Here, let me just give you a corner view of how it looks like. There you go. Oh yeah, I love this texture on these seats. Looks really nice. But anyways, these buttons. So this is genius. I don't know why this never existed before, because now you have this that puts it in drive, and there's a green on the left, and then you pull it again, it goes to low. But this puts the parking brake on, and it puts the transmission in park, which is genius. Cars should have always had this instead of two buttons, and if you don't do it in the right order, your transmission has consequences. And so another thing that's bugging me, because this car is a sports car with this nice thick steering wheel, there are no paddles. The paddles will be on the JCW Mini Cooper. This is a Mini Cooper. The Countryman lost the Cooper name. Now it's just a Mini Countryman. I do like this here. Have the slots in here with the satin. There's a lot of satin going on. This I'm sure there's a special name for it, but I'll go over those details with you. And there's a strap right here. This is basically like a nice tight rope that's a very high quality, so that it looks like, so you know where your wheel's pointing. Otherwise, this could be upside down. All right, in the screen. So this screen, you could change themes. You have experience modes down here. You have plenty of modes. So if I click up, we're in core right now, which is this blue theme. I click down to green and you can see it loading. And it makes a noise as well. And you can see just how detailed it is on our next display there. So that's efficient mode. And then we will go to vivid mode. And each noise it makes when you change modes is unique to the mode. One thing that's also interesting is just how detailed each mode is. So where's my map? If I go back here to map, you could see the building is like purple. In a different mode it's blue, and yada yada. And then let me change another mode again. Let's go timeless. I like timeless. Timeless gives me like a 60s era theme going on. And if you have a certain kind of glasses on, because my glasses they make everything look more rich. So it's probably looking like a beige colorish, but if you have a certain glasses, it looks burnt. And you can see here we have a rev counter. Same thing as before, as the other experience mode, but it's just different color, different theme. Then you have balance. Balance is probably more understated. And there you go. The one that I missed, where is our go-kart mode? Go-kart mode, there it is. Go-kart mode is probably going to be most people's favorites, but it puts the car in sport mode. And as you can see there. And you have your power at the top, you have your RPM, you have your temperature, your gas, miles of gas still empty, and here you still have gas. Interesting. Very interesting. Down here, so this knob is as far away from the driver as possible, this volume knob. So of course, this is much easier to use. And now you have a shortcut key too, the star on the steering wheel. I've noticed to use the voice command, I haven't set up my phone yet, to use the voice command it wants you to put in your profile, which this is the first time I'm going through that. So I'm thinking from 2025 onwards, the cars might start insisting on profile in order to use the voice command, which is interesting. To turn on and off the engine is this switch, which goes whichever way to turn on and off. And then this is for your transmission, experience, volume. This, earlier I was looking for this through the screen and I was like, oh my goodness, they made that go away. So that's your driving settings, which I think you need up front, which is next to your park distance control and your hazards and your defroster, so you're not fumbling around in the snow. But yeah, so you have your driver assistance system, so you have your lane keeping stuff going on here. Let's click in there. Just want to show you guys what's going on here. Safety and warnings. And it's just basically like the X1 in a way, including how, you know, everything is arranged. I was trying to watch videos through the owner's manual and it's slow, it kept loading. So that is an iDrive 9 uniqueness. And I heard from BMW that they will fix it, because BMW is basically, you know, Mini's support. And we do still have Harman Kardon. What else? What else should I show you? Other than this car drives so much softer and it's so much quieter and it's slightly bigger. And I think that it should have had the Countryman's engine to start off with, but it is quite a lot of power. It does wander a bit because it's front wheel drive, but of course I'm used to driving a rear wheel drive car that's powerful, an M340, but I could get used to it. But anyways, what do you guys think of the new Cooper S? It's here. I need some questions, something I can investigate for you. I think Minis are cool looking cars, and yeah, until next time,